Alright guys, so I'm at the theater near my house. About to watch Show Dogs. It's probably gonna fucking suck, but let's see how this goes.
Happy holidays.
What's this?
Excuse me, are you getting that?
No. The hell are you?
So I'm actually the only person in this theater watching this movie. Yeah, I'm not really that surprised honestly, but this can't be that bad. So yeah, I just saw this movie. I mean, the main reason why I saw it is because I didn't really have any interest in this movie. If anything, I was just gonna wait to stream it at home. But there's some controversy going in because of this movie, because there's this one scene that apparently was disturbing and creepy. I'll describe it later when I'm reviewing the movie for you guys. And they cut it out and they released the recut version in theaters this week. So I was kind of curious what all of that was about. But yeah, so I'll just review it once I get home. Alright guys, so as you guys know, I do have Movie Pass, and I don't really care what I watch now as long as I just review it for you guys. And I went ahead and I saw Show Dogs today, mainly because of the controversy, which I'll talk about after I tell you what this movie is about. So basically in Show Dogs, we have this one dog that is voiced, his name is Max. He is voiced by Ludacris, and he is basically a police dog who is on a mission here in Vegas to basically rescue this baby panda that got stolen. And of course his partner here in this movie is Will Arnett, and they kind of sort of have that relationship where at first they don't get along, but then they just kind of start hanging out and then start getting used to each other. Now, like I did tell you guys, there was controversy surrounding this movie around a few certain scenes that I actually read into. Apparently those scenes in the movie are scenes, and I don't even know why they're in the movie in the first place, in the family movie, or why they were written into this movie, or how did it even got approved by the MPAA, which are, MPAA is basically the people that rate these movies. They should probably put a warning out there or something, but I don't know, they just put it. Okay, it's a scene where basically something that they do in this dog contest that they entered the main character into, they gotta feel their genitals. And of course they gotta touch them, and well, they didn't. I saw the recut version of the movie, so basically the part where it shows the people grabbing the dog's genitals, it was in the version that was released last week when it opened in theaters. And of course it raised a lot of concerns with the parents, and they complained over to the studio, and the studio re-edited the movie and cut those scenes off. It was like 3 different scenes apparently, and re-released the movie without those scenes, and that is the version that I watched, the version without those. But here's the thing, they just didn't really cut them out. Like, you still see that person reaching over to the dog's genitals, but you just don't see them touching it. But what was the point? You still know what's going on, and even myself, I still kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, you can't really blame the parents, because it was kind of weird for them to put that in the movie in the first place. And not only that, but we're in a world where it appears that a lot of people are sexual predators, and just having that message spreading around in a kid's movie, I just have no idea what the filmmakers were thinking when they were writing that scene into the movie. So before I get talking about this movie, let's take a look at the director's previous movies, or his past movies. He directed the first 2 Scooby-Doo live-action movies. He also directed both live-action Smurf movies, which I personally kind of enjoy, especially that first one. The first one is kind of a guilty pleasure to me. And he also did direct another guilty pleasure of mine, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, another dogs movie similar to Show Dogs. And as you can see, I mean, his movies are not exactly anything great, but I personally enjoy them for what they are, especially when it's like the first Smurfs movie or Beverly Hills Chihuahua. And it's kind of funny because, believe it or not, I was surprised, and I don't think you guys will care about spoilers for this movie because it's Show Dogs. Actually, both of these dogs, I forgot their, Chloe and Poppy, I believe their name was, they both make a cameo in this movie. It's basically about like a 5-second cameo how Chloe is being interviewed here in Las Vegas, and she's basically saying, yeah, nobody else is making dog movies no more, so we can't really make more Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies. And I thought that was actually a really clever scene, and I thought it was actually kind of fun for them to put that in the movie. And that is kind of true. You don't really see that many live action movies about dogs. And of course we have Show Dogs, which again is coming from the guy who directed the first Beverly Hills Chihuahua movie. But for the movie itself, I don't really know what to think about this movie. Okay, so the story to start off with is a bit generic. We've seen this story before, and it's also very predictable. But I did like Will Arnett in this movie as one of the main roles. I thought he was actually kind of fun. I also thought that Ludacris as Max was actually kind of fun. I thought that he really brought some character and charisma to this character, even though I didn't really see the voice matching all that much. Stanley Tucci is in this movie, and he plays one of the main dogs that helps out Max, and his character was kind of annoying. And then Shaquille O'Neal also voices a character in this movie. His character he's kind of pointless to the movie. Just aside from Will Arnett and Ludacris, almost every character in this movie is just kind of useless. Honestly, it's really kind of hard to hate this movie when even the movie itself is just kind of self-aware of what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one behind the production of this movie was thinking that this movie was going to be nominated for some kind of award or anything. I mean, this movie was made with a $5 million budget, which for $5 million, it actually doesn't look all that bad, although I just don't know why it was released in theaters. Really, it's just a movie that you would usually see go straight to DVD. The movie itself, the writing, again, it's not all that good. So a lot of the jokes actually really feel really cheap, and I only found myself chuckling a few times, and I will admit I did laugh like once or twice, but about that, all the other jokes in this movie just kind of fall flat. I kind of have a sweet spot for these type of dog movies. I found this movie to be just really sweet and really cute, even though it was pretty generic, and the story is generic itself, and the writing isn't all that good, and the jokes don't land all the time. I already expected that from this movie. It's just, I guess it's again, like I said, it's a cute movie, but it's not really a good movie, but it's not really a movie that I hate. So with that being said, I would just wait to rent this movie. No need to watch this movie in theaters at all. It's not that kind of movie. Personally, I just didn't hate the movie. I'm gonna give Show Dogs a C-. So those are my thoughts on Show Dogs. Again, it's not a good movie, but I do have a sweet spot for movies like Show Dogs and Beverly Hills Chihuahua, so it was a really hard movie for me to hate. I mean, I thought it was sweet, I was kind of entertained, and I just didn't hate this movie. But yeah, if you guys seen Show Dogs, I'm curious, if you guys saw the original cut of the movie when it came out opening weekend, what did you think about that? How did you feel about it? But anyways, if you've seen this movie, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. I have no idea what my next movie day is going to be, but I am out for summer break, so I'm willing to go watch almost anything that I haven't watched yet. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.